Greetings, everyone. Welcome back. I have another very crazy, wild kitchen video for you today. I hope you are all doing very well. Thank you so much for being here with me. Norm is taking it easy downstairs after helping me with last minute things or hard things for me to reach. I have lots of fall colored things that I have thrifted or found very, very reasonable at antique malls. You know, we love going to them too, but I mostly love to thrift things. And I'm going to show you my fall collectibles and not really have any pumpkins here. I'm going to start down here on the countertop where I am thrilled to show you the cutest cloth. I just found this a couple months ago. I think it was only like $14 to begin with, but the lady actually had 20% off on her booth, so I was thrilled. It is 100% cotton, and the tag on it says made in Brazil. I did find a couple people that had a tablecloth. They were both saying it was 1970s. I have plenty of owl, very cute owl, salt and peppers, and other miscellaneous things that I've found now in the past probably 5 years. And you see these a lot in the thrift stores. They're souvenirs, of course. This one happens to be Illinois. But that is a really, really sweet thrifted for like, oh man, what was that? Only $6 or something? It was 25% off day at Family Pathways quite a few years back now. And this happened to be the right color tag. So, wow, I really lucked out. It's Arnell's, is that whole line of really cute mushroom things that people, hobbyists, made in lots of fun different colors. So Elaine did this in 1975. Boy, that's a hard one to read, isn't it? So I really felt fortunate to find that. That is just crazy, isn't it? Yeah, I'll have to consider it a soup tureen. No spoon. I thrifted the candle rings. They're so cute. And the carnival glass, older carnival glass candlestick. That was really neat to find. Just one of them, but that's okay. Thrifted the little glass votive also. I just love them. I have 2 of those, I believe. And I just recently thrifted the wooden napkin holder. That could be 60s? I forget when I looked that up. And I have considered having Norm paint it something lighter color like a gold. That would be very pretty, I think, to do it in this harvest gold. I'll start with this humongous cookie jar. I hope you saw the thrifting video. It was probably, I don't know, maybe early summer that we found that. So reasonable. I don't have the price in the top of my head, but it might have been something like $9.99. And I don't recall, of course, if I had my discount that day, but that's okay. I just thought it was really a great deal. Oh, a pumpkin. Yep. See, it is in motifs on some things, but I did not put out ceramic pumpkins today. Now, this I don't recall, but it is a huge mug shape. I doubt that it had a lid on it. at who knows where that was made. And I just put out a video just this week showing that I decided to go back and get this absolutely adorable corn theme pumpkin shape. So that's probably something else you could count, but to me it's just a corn theme. And I just found this on sale at the Lindstrom Antique Mall, along with a teapot that's on the shelving to my right. And this to me looked very much like a planter because the top rim didn't look like there would be any kind of lid for it. I have just a couple of the biggest pot holders on there, that kitchen cupboard. Now you also may recall that Norm and I were in the Goodwill and found this vintage bun warmer. I don't know if this would be 70s, but probably. It's so cool. The plug is inside. It looked like it was never used. This is so clean, except for a little bit of a spot right there that I didn't have time to work on that right now. And inside is the paperwork all about it. And it, on the paperwork, it not only is instructions for it, but it also gives you a pattern piece for sewing a new top. Isn't that clever? That was really neat. So everything's inside, looks absolutely brand new, unused. Pretty cool. Yeah, that was a fun find. I don't know if you've seen this. I think you may have in my last video where, you'd think it would have been fall. I also decided to just take a different wooden spoon I had that worked through that small little loop there. But that works nice. And a couple of our really cute owl mugs that are footed. This is one of the designs of the ones that my cupboard is full of up above there, the whole cupboard, believe it or not, except for some glasses on this side and a little bit of glasses in the middle. It's all those kind of porcelain mugs from the 60s into the 80s. Oh, and underneath here, I could show you from this side. This is just some of my collection of the D-handle glass bake mugs. I was looking all over for them for years, and I really haven't been seeing them. And if I do see one, it's kind of kooky with just a saying on it, not really what I would get. So I think there's a lot of people that are collecting them. We can go over to the shelving now and see what I did over there. I did not take out a lot of Pyrex. I have a lot of videos, fall ones out in the kitchen here where I used lots of Pyrex that I hope you will look at them if you have not seen them. If you're new here, thank you so much. I am seeing some new names this September, and I'm very thrilled. Thank you so much. It has gotten to the point where I've fallen in love with so many, mostly Japan ceramics is what I really like finding. Yes, there's probably some new things in here, newer. Occasionally, if I think it's really cute, very cheap, and goes great with a particular theme. I have done previously, last year, a fall video, I don't know if it was summer, I think it might have been fall, with my corn collection, ceramic corn things. Most of them are Japan, but I've kind of gotten hooked looking for some of these very sweet teapots. There's a couple of new ones up there, but the rest of them are vintage. So I did not really have room to put out a bunch of Pyrex. I do love my dark browns and golden colors in Pyrex, and I've used it for Halloween videos too. You'll see lots of Pyrex for that. But you may have been noticing that I've been getting away from a lot of that. I'm just so crazy about old ceramic things. They're so colorful and so textured. That's what I really love the most, that I've fallen for, is the texture, the patterns. It's just amazing. Norm helped me again with swapping out the yellows that I have, yellows and greens for spring, to some fall washi tape. It is so fun. I just love it. So I was picking mostly plaids. You can't get everything when you order a package of sometimes 10 maybe that they'll send you. So way up high there would work very well for Halloween, and the polka dot, same one as here. But all of these plaids would too. It's just that these tend to be more muted and not your bright, bright orange. So yes, I do have some Halloween washi tape. I'll see what I managed to do for that holiday. Yes, I love Halloween collectibles too. I hope I can get this all put away and immediately start working on Halloween stuff. But here again, I just found this set for $5. It was some of them that I'm going to show you that I will explain are from Antiques 101 in Rogers, Minnesota, just 5 miles up the highway from us. So I was looking for this particular design. I knew that from looking at things on eBay that there were a lot of things made with this pattern. There's the coffee pot. I've seen the teapot, but I don't own it. All I've ever seen it is on eBay. And of course, you got to pay for shipping. So I prefer to wait and see if someday I ever run into the teapot. But it looks just like this, just shorter. And what else did I find? Yes, over on the stove, I found also at Antiques 101, I was just thrilled, and this was only a week ago, a grease jar. I was so surprised. I bet that's pretty rare. So that's over on the stove. Now, any of the mushroom salt and peppers, there's 2 sets of Mary mushroom ones here on this shelf. Those are skinny over there, and these are chubbier ones. They were from my brother, and I am not showing you salt and peppers that were in my mushroom-themed dining room hutch, my last fall video with no pumpkins. So what you're seeing is something different here today. I was given like 2 big boxes of Mary mushroom stuff from my brother many, many years ago, including that wonderful thermos server pitcher there, and 2 mugs. Yeah, I could not believe my brother had collected all that, and then he decided to give it to me. Oh, could be 10 years ago. I'm very grateful. Still have the canister set behind me on the countertop there by the sink. So that was thrifted. These were a recent purchase the same day as that set, and the grease jar, and another set somewhere. I'll have to see what that was, from Antiques 101. They are so reasonable there, and they have loads of salt and peppers right when you come in the door, so I'm always looking and thrilled. Now, I mentioned in a former video that I found 2 of these tiny little brown polka dot mixing bowls, and they probably are part of a set, of all the big ones that have dots on them. I have a yellow one that's bigger. Yeah, I don't recall who made that. I just found these and thought they were very fun to add. I'll continue across this shelf. Down here first, though, I could show you that I do have a couple of fun canisters. The shorter canister I've already shown you. The taller one, I don't recall if I've had it in a spring video, but since it was corn related, it looks like celery too, Yeah, I couldn't resist putting it in this video. So that I actually thrifted. I could not believe it. That's porcelain, and I have shared it before. I do have 2 mugs in our style mugs that I showed you in the dining room that match, but I don't recall where I found those. But that picture was really, really surprising to thrift that. So Norm spoiled me and surprised me with this large creamer and sugar that was at the Antique Mall of Rogers, Minnesota, up the Highway 2, right across the street from Antiques 101. They are very nice, and I wonder, I'm going to look on the bottom. Yeah, I don't see anything. Almost makes you wonder if they are hobbyist. I don't know, but I thought they were pretty cool. They had big mugs there too, but I told them I didn't need any mugs. And this I thrifted last year. Norm was very surprised when he saw it again this week when I was decorating. He was quite surprised and wondered where I got it, and I said, we found that at the Goodwill by us, and it was $6.99, and I thought it was going to be way more than that. I turned it around where the sticker was, and I was quite shocked. I see I still have some tape, Scotch tape on it for the lid. I'm so worried about that when I store things, so I typically will tape the lid on. So I apologize, I did not get that tape off, but it's probably not that obvious. And there's the other skinny set from my brother. These I found, I think, in Hutchinson, possibly. Maybe at the treasure shed. They are different. They're not the same exact mold. You can see one bonnet is up higher than the other one. They are so cute, and last year I believe I did put them with this Burlap doll. I've been collecting ones when I find them, if they're not too expensive. I don't mean another big utensil holder like her. There's lots of those out there, but I've been thrilled to find the salt and peppers or any miscellaneous item, which I'll show you in my kitchen window here on the little shelf there. I do have the rest of them. I just think they are so fun. Yes, I confess I put those little rhinestones in the eyes, and couple of silly buttons. My brother owned the wooden utensils that worked out just right. A lot of them can be big, or I should say long handled, but these were short ones. So I was very fortunate that they worked out just right. He had a lot of wooden utensils. So I thought she would be cute down here because she's tall to fill up that space. Often I've just put another isolate picture there. So here's the other little polka dot bowl, and I thrifted these too. Those are treasure craft. Kinda homely. I know they're not overly exciting, but I still got them so cheap. I just thought it would be another fun addition to the brown and golds that I like using in the fall. This, I think, might have been from Antiques 101 a year ago. I know I showed it to you already, but it's such a cute set with the dripping pat of butter. That is so fun. So here are some thermos mugs that I've been finding. Not too many at a time, and they do sell them individually for like about $5. I have a matching thermos server like this. It's up over the cupboards, and I left out the, what color? One that has more blue in it. I left that out. I do have it. So that's 3 of them there. I love the one with the mushrooms on it. I found those very fun tall thermos tumblers, and I've seen them around. I could have bought more at other places, but I just think, I've got to, just to show you what they look like. I don't have to have a big set. If they were really inexpensive, I would probably pick them up just to have more of a set to sell someday. So now these, I don't know if these are possibly Arnell's, but they are not marked. But I think they were also part of my brother's gifts too. And you can see that the small mushroom is brown on that one, and it's yellow on this one, for you to be able to tell the difference between the salt one and the pepper one. Very clever. So here's the other one. It's in nice gold tones. Yeah, it would be fun to show you what's on the back sides of them too, but I have shared them in a previous video on the kitchen counter behind me. So let's go up here to the corny corn stuff. I love even individual ones, like this dark one. It's just a single that I found somewhere. I'm very happy with that. This one in the back is a single, but yes, I just looked at the other side to make sure. This is part of a set, and the other one is a carrot. So I stole just half of it for the video. Just too fun not to put it in there. Now this is fairly recent, and I do not believe I had it in my last corn video. I loved how that one was lying down. Pretty unique. Now, I'm going to look at the bottom quick, but it's newer, yeah. This one in the back is probably a Japan set. That definitely is a Japan set. Really love that. With the brown tassels. This is more of a hobbyist set, and you'll see pieces like this around here and there. And another set on the other side that I found where the corn is darker. A lot more muted tones, but the same molds. And I mentioned last year that this is new. They were so cute. Did I find them at the thrift store? I don't know, but they were in their plastic packaging. I couldn't resist because they are just adorable to have a little bit of the colored corn in there too. And this I did show last year. It is a souvenir. World's Only Corn Palace, Mitchell, South Dakota. They're both marked like that. So I thought they were so sweet. Happy to find them. This I found years ago, a little butter warmer. Hobbyist. So over here, that is an old Japan set in the back. Pretty pale. Looks like white corn, huh? And there's the other new one, the hobbyist one that's in darker tones. Love it. And this single one here is marked with a sticker. Those might have the sticker on the bottom, but these are very old. They are so expensive in antique malls. But I was lucky to find a pair finally that I thought was worth what they were asking. Yeah, they're pretty pricey, and I'm trying to remember who they said made those. Can't think of it off the top of my head. I love those. Very fall looking. Not as old. And this you can see, quite old, marked Japan with a cork. So yep, I only found one of those, and I think that was real recent at in Olivia, Minnesota. I'm going to have a hard time remembering the mall. I think it's Patina Pickers. Oh, what a fun mall. Yeah, I bought a teapot there. Over here is a couple of, kind of thrifted when you find them for like $5 each or a little bit more in some antique malls. But you know, the black cast iron part is usually a little rusty, and Norm was so kind. He's been spray painting all of them for me. There's not too many I have left that are black. I've made them all different colors, or requested him to help me change them to different colors. But aren't they sweet when you spray paint them? I'm sorry, I'm a little bit hoarse today. Yeah, I don't know why that happens. So I'm gonna try to breeze by these fun finds, from a lot of them from thrift stores. Toothpick holders, a spoon holder. I put those spoons in there. I found the spoons at Goodwill. They came in either green or yellow. Those are actually little lemon halves. Yep, Goodwill has them, but it worked great. I thought it would work neat, and I liked the color yellow. A lot of them are, souvenirs. Oh yeah, Niagara Falls. Yep. That's cute. So this was a very happy find, to find an egg separator. That's really wild. Let me see if it says anything on the bottom. Oh, initials. Yeah, it's open on the top. And I have shared that before. Wonderful salt and peppers. Yes, I painted the eyes and the beak and the toes. The talons. I thought they were too plain. I like them the way they are now. Lots of thrifted little pictures with so much wonderful texture. Found that quite a few years ago. That came with a lot of other pieces, even the big canister set. Just gorgeous. This was one of my first ones, very inexpensive at the thrift stores. This I got last year from Antiques 101 again. They have so many fun ceramics there. I just love going there. It went with this. Yeah, I believe I thrifted that. I wonder what it says in the bottom of that. Yeah, it could be a Lefton type or, you know, one of those nice companies. This wonderful set, I wasn't going to tell you where everything came from, but this was from the Pink Squirrel sale. Yes, a little bit of a splurge, but very reasonable for what it is. Unbelievable mushroom set. I love it. I should move this back out of the way a little bit so you can see the little dotted mushrooms there. So cute. So yeah, I love finding things like this, and it again has the leaf on it like the coffee pot. It may be part of that set, but I kind of doubt it. It's probably a different kind of set that they made with the leaf on it. Japan. Most of these are. All of these textured things. Now, this was also my second find for like $5 at Antiques 101. I was so thrilled to find all of these items just last week. I was looking around in other antique malls and just didn't find anything with the crazy textures that they were doing. The sack of salt and the sack of pepper. Let's see what that says. Yeah, I would still assume Japan. Found that a couple years ago. Not sure where. Could have been an antique mall. It has a smaller flower on the back. This I think I thrifted too. So neat. I bet it came with a lot of other things. It's just stamped Japan in the mold. Now here I decided to show you the few miscs that I've been finding. That one did come with a honey wooden utensil to pull honey out. That's kind of spiral looking, you know. This didn't have a spoon in it. I thrifted it. Thrilled to find different styles, and this I couldn't resist. It's a bank. I think I shared these with you too last year. Now this was a recent gift a week or so back from, again, our friend in London, Gareth. I couldn't believe he sent us another package of quite a few fun things. Just really nice of him to do that. So this is just a little canister, but he goes so cute with the bears. Thank you again. I will be sharing some of his things as the seasons change. He sent 3 big Avon bottles that are Christmas ornaments, and a very fun set of what people are calling lucite or acrylic, a little horse family with chains in an adorable original box. Looks like 70s or earlier. So that was a fun thing for Norm to have in his toy things. Yes, thank you, Gareth, again for all your gifts. This, I had Norm paint the iron with a rustier color because of the clock. I could have had him do it in maybe the tan color. It's very nice for Thanksgiving. But I thought it would be fun to have the rusty color. I love it. And I do have a second one that we did in that same more of a rusty red color that will go with this one. It's not the same subject matter, but I've tried to match them up by the color of what he's spray painting on them instead. So we can now look at these up here. I'm probably making this quite a long video, but It's hard not to. Last year at the Lindstrom Antique Mall in Lindstrom, Minnesota, I purchased this beautiful teapot. It's really nice and very reasonable. And then this past August, when we were there, is when I picked up the matching planter that I showed you first on the little corner shelving. It's exactly the same design. Same woman had it. And this I don't recall, but I think it was from the dust collector in Hastings, Minnesota, who is now also gone out of business because she lost her building lease too. There's always some owner deciding to sell their building. Now this was $1. Can you believe it? I'm not remembering the name of the shop, but it's in Pease, Minnesota, Pease. That is when we went to the Princeton area a couple months ago and continued on up to that town. Small little town, but a wonderful antique shop. And this was sitting outside on tables with bargain items. I couldn't believe my eyes. I was so thrilled. There's another same corn pattern on the backside, but I think the backside has more of a pumpkin design on the bottom. And I have it facing this way because that's the way all my teapots are facing, so I did not turn it around to that side. Now this was from the Antique Mall in Olivia, Minnesota, that is Patina Pickers. Oh, what a fun place. The metal handle was chippy and black. I don't have anything else black up here, so Norm just spray painted it for me in copper. And I'll see if I can pull it up for you briefly. Of course, it wants to fall over. Doesn't that look nicer? Oh, yes. Good job, Norm. So much nicer. Yes, I could have left it down like that. That's fine, too. But I wanted you to see the design. These people are having a spot of tea. Yeah, these are all Japan. Now, this is the only one that's more your olive green and fruit theme. A lot of them are fruit theme. Now, that looks like a pumpkin to me, huh? Yep. So, where did I just... Oops. You know what? I just got these two mixed up. This is the one that was from Pease, Minnesota. Oh my. I'm not going to explain that all over again and do my editing and make everything just right. I'll just leave it that I made a mistake. That is the gorgeous one for $1. I could not believe my eyes. I was so thrilled knowing that I was looking for textured woven, especially teapots. This one is in a thrifting video, but I haven't put that one out yet. Yeah. So I found that at the Goodwill. So apologies there. You might know I would get something turned around. I'm forgetting where the corn pitcher came from. It could have easily been a thrift store, but I do find things like that and always am very thrilled. They're probably not very popular, huh? This was just last month in August. We were at the Lindstrom Antique Mall in Lindstrom, Minnesota. They lost their building, so we hope they will find a new place. It was such a wonderful store that we've always enjoyed. Their prices and the kind of things that we like. I thought it was really neat. Now, can you see the little handle on the top is also a peacock. So there's the female bird. There's just flowers on this side, but that definitely is a bird, and you would think it would be the female one. So I thought I got a real deal on that. Now I have a very nice collection. This, like I said, being a picture is not great yet, but I don't mind adding new items. This one, like I said, from China, and that one thrifted from China. But I really am enjoying these so much. I just put 4 very unusual pot holders here. I didn't fill up my refrigerator. All the fall colored ones that I have are over here. Pretty wild, huh? Norm was helping me with that last night, a last minute thing. You've all seen my crazy coffee pot, and I did share this that I found it at the Goodwill. Last year, I was thrilled. It's got recipes on the back. The date is on the back. Yeah, that was pretty fun. I was so happy. Oh, it's got a wood handle, I think, on the top. And these were a really great deal. I think there was a sale going on at the Antique Mall of Rogers. So that was a year ago that I found those, and I may have shared them with you. I don't know. They're pretty wild. I've always been a little confused as to what time of year to use them. Should I use them for Halloween? Should they be a spring one? You know, it's one of those things where I end up picking out something that's not real clear as far as a color scheme goes to me, to figure out what time of year to use it. But I love them. They're pretty cute. That's all there was those 2. Now, these I could zoom in a little more for you. That is a very unusual one that Norm says, I don't remember that one. When did you get that one? I said, oh, it's been several years. It's not real memorable, but I like it. So I'm just gonna briefly go by them. I've shared them all with you before, but you know I should put them in the video. Very southwestern theme there. That is a Mexican with his big sombrero having a nap. Yep, I've shared all of these before. I really like the fall ones. I just love this crazy, probably 70s material that I ended up finding 4 placemats. So I have them around on the countertop here. I think they are so cheerful. It's really fun. The back side looks like this. Also very fun. So over here, you know, I always like to stick a few crazy things on the refrigerator. I didn't dig too much. I've always shown this sweet thing that I found at a thrift store with the thermometer. I've had this for a while. I do love them. Different seasonal ones you can get at Michael's, for instance. This I probably shared only once. It's very old advertising item. Cute owl. And look at the calendar. Wow. It's pretty old. And the whole thing is there the whole year. Yep, they probably gave it away at Christmas time, huh? I've had that for many, many years. And this for many years too. The kitchen prayer is always sweet and something you find often in these collectibles. I found those in, I think, maybe like Jordan, Minnesota. Yeah, she always had so many fun little magnets, vintage magnets, and I picked out a lot from her over the years. A corner shop there that's very nice. I don't remember where I found this, but it's a very nice one with heat protective backing on it. Definitely vintage. Goes with a lot of maybe towels and things like that. I do have a towel out over here to show you. This I just got at Target. I thought they were so adorable. You obviously can drink out of that. And I have a strawberry one. I intended to use them for Valentine decor, where I like to bring out a lot of cupcakes and things like that. So I decided to just show you the chocolate one. I have a vanilla one and the strawberry and the chocolate one. They were all on sale at Target in their front entrance, you know, where they have all these bins. Is that, they call them like dollar bins or something? I don't know. And they were all on sale, so I decided to get them. I thrifted the malt maker that I usually have sitting in this corner here with my recipe boxes. I went through my recipe boxes this morning and tried to find some that were more in the browns and yellows and oranges. I just found that cone at the thrift store too, and I wish there had been more. That is so cool. I have no idea if it's new, if you can buy them new. There's no markings on the bottom. Norm thought it was pretty cool. He just remarked about it again yesterday. Yeah, it would have been fun to at least have two of them, but maybe I'll run across one someday. And I thrifted from a Salvation Army 2 of these coffee drinks. The other one is pink, so I don't know about that, but when I looked them up, that's what they were calling them. I thought they were probably ice cream drinks, but they said no, they were coffee. But yeah, I got them. The other one is really cute too, but I didn't want to bring pink out. But yeah, I have to be very careful with it. That whipped cream is fragile, so I have not like wrapped them up. And the straws are real too. They're paper, so yeah, they could get broken. But I found them in really, really good condition. This is another thrifted item, and I just thrifted this mixer. It is so cute. It's really very Halloweenish, so I'm going to leave it here for Halloween. Hopefully I will get Halloween videos done. So it's got measuring amounts on the back. But look at how great this works. Yeah, I don't know who made it and how new it is. USA, it says on the bottom there. It's probably 70s also, don't you think? Same as all these other cute colored plastic topped items, like your nut grinders and things like that. I've shared this with you before that I thrifted it, a little Miro tea kettle. I just thrifted this. It's not out yet in any thrifting video. I'm so far behind in my thrifting videos, you wouldn't believe it. I'm grateful to have all of them. I did a lot of fall thrifting, for fall things when they first started putting them out. So I was still doing July videos as of yesterday. I'm going to use the camera light for these things up here. These actually are a bright orange that Norm spray painted for me. Again, I found this set in Lafayette, Minnesota at Big Dogs, several years ago, and I did a video while I was there. We went there twice. She was going out of business too, so yes, she is no longer in business. Very sweet lady. My brother gave me this. Is that another Arnell's? Probably. Boy, I don't know. Did Mary Mushroom do anything that dark? I should have looked it up, but I was kind of assuming that that was Arnell's. Yeah, he gave me that too, and it's just been working great. I don't know if somebody might have put a new, unit for the battery in the back and new hands on it. I don't know. But that's the way it was when he gave it to me. You've seen these little salt and peppers before, but look at this newly found in Antique Mall, I think. Can't remember if it was recently, and it could have been in Hutchinson from the Treasure Shed. Hard to know, but I really think that's where I just found it. It's not marked. But I thought, yeah, that would be so cute with the fall harvest gold things. And I just thrifted her too, and I don't think she's been in a video yet that I've put out. But I had looked at her there for quite a while. Norm said that he thought she was spooky. Yeah, those dolls are. The ones that I said I was going to show you, my collection of Burlap design dolls. This one is corn husk, and she's just adorable. She's open in the back like a sponge holder. And that's what one of the Burlap ones is too, but this one's even smaller yet. And I'm wondering, how do you fit a sponge in the back of something that small? But I finally decided to pick her up. I think she was waiting for me because nobody bought her. I could not believe that nobody bought her. Yeah, maybe people put their Brillo pad. That would fit, right? Yeah, that might be it. I don't know, but I'm so glad I got her. She's kind of cute with the cow. Yep. So down here, there's the grease jar I got for only $5. I could not believe that was there. The salt and pepper set and the grease item were on shelving in the back of the antique mall, not in the front where all the salt and peppers were. This I've shared with you before. Really a fun spoon rest. Let me look on the back of that. Yep, that's a hobbyist piece too. I still love this coffee pot. I see it once in a while, a little percolator for the stovetop, I would assume. It does have mushrooms, onions, tomatoes, artichoke. Yeah, very nice. I do have the insides to it. This is one of 3 mushroom towels that I've found over the years. This one is in the sweetest unused condition, I'd say. You can kind of judge that by the fringe. Beautiful condition. And there's the full pattern, complete with a little butterfly. The other side is exactly the same, just like all towels are. And I'd like to show you the one that's on the front of my stove here. Isn't this rich? All fruit, but very, very rich colors. Again, I don't think this one was used. Not much. If it was, it just looks way too new to me. So pretty. Yeah, I'm kind of saving them for investment purposes. Someday, we're going to have to start hauling all of this stuff probably over to a close by antique mall. It would be wonderful to be in Rogers. So over here, I'll just briefly, hopefully, talk to you about some of these things that I have shared before. This was at my brother's house, for those that are new to our channel. And this was my mother's My brother had been saving it. Old Sunbeam. So here's 2 more of the adorable placemats that I actually got at Wild Vintage Collective last year. I have found 2 of these recipe boxes. The other one is over in the pile of them. This one has the brighter green leaves on it, and the other one is much more muted colors, all of them. I also probably shared that I was happy to find this, I think, at an antique mall. I think, yeah. It was pretty cool being in orange and white. This was from my brother's house. He had a lot of copper kitchen items. I still have the canister set. Might still have the flour sifter. Yeah, that takes up a bit of room. I thrifted the little cute little corn potato peeler or carrot peeler. I don't recall where I found this fun rolling pin. That is an owl on there. It would be very fun to see what designs look like after they're baked. And this I've shared before. It is stamped Applebaum's Food Markets. Pretty old set. Now, I've collected a drawer full right here in this drawer of a lot of these old measuring spoons and little utensil things that were by Tupperware. So I happened to notice these 2 in the drawer and thought I would take them out. This is your egg separator and the cute little strainer. So I just had to put those out there to share with you. Now these are some of the pieces I've already given away. Believe it or not, I know you'll think I was crazy, but I had several of the really big canisters and I just didn't want to store them anymore. I did share them in earlier videos, but he had like multiples, nearly 2 sets. You can see there's 2 of the bigger size there and back, and yeah, so even this is really tiny. It's so cute. It is just a little canister. Yeah, I can't believe it, how tiny that is. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I thrifted this funny little corn recipe card holder too. Yeah, that was fun. So let me still let you look at the hot pads. I've repeated it on the other side of these, so it was nice to find pairs and a pair of those. Now this is the odd ones, and they are really crazy, huh? And a pair of those yellow and orange ones are very fun for Halloween. I just love these crazy things. Norm thinks they're pretty kooky, but here again, I mentioned that they were burlap dolls and button eyes. So yeah, they look pretty weird. This might have been, I think maybe this set was the first set I ever found, and then I found those in a cabinet in Cannon Falls, Minnesota. And I did paint the orange on them because they were just very plain. They are creepy looking. They're so tiny. You can imagine this is a normal size salt and pepper. So these are salt and peppers too, but oh my goodness. Yeah, Norm thought they were pretty kooky. But I just want you to enjoy all the different styles and the things that they made like this back then. I don't know if burlap dolls were popular or it was just nostalgia. Now, she is my most recent find from the Buffalo Nickel in Buffalo, Minnesota. I was very happy, and I put out a YouTube short with her in it. And I'm sorry that she's probably not showing quite as sweet a color as could be. I hope it's going to be nice. It's such a pretty, soft, bright, fresh green and a darker green. Her eyes are weird buttons. Now this one, a lot of these, I am assuming they're hobbyist because they came in so many different colors. And this is a napkin holder I shared last year, but I wanted to put her up here. This one was supposed to be, it said a sponge holder on the internet. Yeah. Maybe you can get a little bit of better lighting if I aim down. You know what I think I should do? I think I should put the blinds down. That might help a lot. Yeah. I'll give you a last glimpse. Now these are very light green. My most recent find, and I don't recall where I found those. Yeah, sorry, I don't. So I just put some weird crazy washi tape here. It is actually orange and black, not red and black. Yeah, what a difference. So just one last look so you can see I do have the light on too, which I might not have needed, but that's what a pretty green that is. Yeah, I really like these because they're kooky. So, very fun to look at them this month. Up here is a vintage Dixie cup holder that I purchased many years ago in the box. And these were the cups that were in it. It's green, pink, and blue cups. So I'm only going to show the green today. I haven't shown this cupboard for quite a while. These are a very nice set. I broke one of those last year by accident. Yeah, that was sad. I did purchase that set at an antique mall. It was very reasonable. I think it was in Hastings. And this is some of the wild ones that we have. I only found 5 of the ones on the right. That is the third one of a set of 3 I showed you in the mushroom hutch theme. And it's got an orange bottom on it. The pedestal bottom is orange. And I only found 4 of those. Those I was very happy to find 6 of. But as you can see, the cupboard is absolutely full. There's cardinals for January, St. Patrick's Day, Christmas, more mug and glass storage. I love these little round Easy Susan type, I don't know, mug holders, spice racks. That's probably what they are, for spices, huh? I have them in both the long skinny cupboards over the stove there, all full of these because it's so nice. And I thrifted all of them. It's just so nice to spin it around and pull off all your little spice jars and things. I don't have a fancy kitchen with a drawer to pull out for spices. This is, I think, a Lefton type. Another wonderful basket weave. I found that many, many years ago. Had fun yesterday putting some colorful straws in there. A thrifted dish drainer in black from Unique Thrift Store last year. I was thrilled to find that. It's new. It's not vintage, I found out from a viewer. Thank you for telling me. But just some more thrifted thermoses back there. Found all of those at the thrift store. An adorable mug. Another thrifted thermos. I don't recall if I thrifted that creamer or not. I think I found it for only $5, which was real steal. It's actually a Canadian souvenir. There's gold on the side written as to the location in Canada. Maybe it says Niagara Falls. A thrifted tin, always fun for fall. I just found this adorable mug, probably in the summer months. I don't recall that I found that last year. I don't know if I had that in my Halloween videos or not. This morning I turned it over to look at it. It kind of made me laugh. This was thrifted, a lucite tea bag holder. I just thrifted that. Where did I find that? Isn't that cute? Yeah, I just thrifted that. My brother gave me the coffee pot. But look at this. Ha ha ha. Stoneware. Dishwasher and microwave safe. Yeah, but it was just funny. With all this crazy stuff going on with Cracker Barrel, Norm and I don't get there. I don't know if we lost the one that wasn't too far from us. We never got there, you know, even when we did have it. But I kind of think they left the area. Well, here's a look at this wild kitchen. I just love it with the washi tape added for some more warmth there. And for those of you that are new, I will show you the big collection of very pretty crafts from the 60s, 70s. I don't know if they were older than that, but they were all from my brother's house. He had many more that I gave up. They are very nice. Also, the milk glass collection I had started many years ago. I had it shown in the kitchen, above the cupboards, in the living room on the shelving in there, but then I finally decided to display them up here so I could see them on both sides of the living room on the other side and the kitchen out here, dining room. You could see them from all over the house, and I wouldn't have to change them. So I'm thrilled with that idea that finally came to my brain. So thank you again, friends, for being here today and watching this long video. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope your September has been good so far, and the rest of it will be blessed as well. Thank you from both Norm and I for your very kind support and all those wonderful messages. We can't tell you how much we appreciate that. You're all such very nice people to have met on YouTube. It's been very fun.